Hey, good morning, everybody. Derek here from Bomb Socks with another week of Bomb Bites where we feast upon the words of Christ, and we do it one bite at a time. This week is sections 94 to 97, and there's some awesome things that we're going to spend time in. A lot of cool, just little phrases that I really want to focus on this week that I think are just, they're super cool and they're very applicable for our lives. So in the Come Follow Me manual for this week, one of the ways it starts out, it says, when the Lord commanded Moses to build a tabernacle, he told Moses to make all things according to the pattern showed to him in the mount. That's in Hebrews and Exodus. The tabernacle was to be the center of Israel's wilderness camp. Later, God commanded Solomon and his people to build a temple according to the pattern as well. It says, as the Lord restored the fullness of the gospel, he commanded Joseph Smith to build temples according to a revealed pattern. He even said, let the house be built not after the manner of the world, let it be built after the manner which I shall show. Like the tabernacle in the wilderness, the temple was meant to be a central feature in Kirtland. And so this is where the church at this point is 3 years old, a big toddler, right? And toddlers have growing pains. And so during this time period, the Lord is trying to help them grow. And what he says is, we're going to build a temple, folks. You go to section 94, and he gives that very pattern, which he talked about. In fact, he uses the word pattern in verse 2. He uses it in verse 5. He uses it in verse 6. He uses it in verse 12 of section 94. He said, look, there's a pattern that you want to build. So as we're looking at this, he's going to show them how to build the city right there in Kirtland. And as you're doing it, I want you to also look for the pattern that he's asking us to do in our own lives. So I think there's a great principle here. So if you look at 94 verse 1, now this is to what is called the Church Building Committee. It's Hiram Smith, Reynolds Cahoon, and Jared Carter. It says, and again, verily I say unto you, my friends, I love that, a commandment I give unto you, that you shall commence a work of laying out and preparing a beginning and foundation of the city of the stake of Zion here in the land of Kirtland, beginning at my house. And so it's the way you're going to build is you start with the temple. And again, you look at our own lives. You start with the temple. The temple has got to be that foundation of our lives. So you start there. You look at even the way cities were built here. I love the way, when Brigham Young got here to Salt Lake City, what's right at the center? You have got the temple right there in Salt Lake City. So you're going to see the way this pattern building took place from here even to Salt Lake City. You go to verse number 3. He says, and let the first lot on the south be consecrated unto me for the building of a house for the presidency, for the work of the presidency, and obtaining revelations, and for the work of the ministry of the presidency, in all things pertaining to the church and the kingdom. So you're basically building like a church office building, to where you've got right by the temple, you have a place for the presidency where they can do their work as well. So you've got the temple. There needs to be a place in our lives for the presidency, meaning the first presidency, the quorum of the 12 apostles, these words of prophets and apostles definitely need to have a place in our lives as well. Well, you go down to verse number 10, and it says, and again, verily I say unto you, that the second lot on the south shall be dedicated unto me for the building of a house unto me, for the work of the printing of the translation of my scriptures, and all things whatsoever I shall command you. So you've also got a place right there where you can print the scriptures. So you got a printing house right there. So what you've got right here, and I kind of outlined this here, you have got, first of all, section 94 verse 1, a place for the temple. 94 verse 3, a place for prophets and apostles. And 94 verse 10, you have a place for the scriptures. What a great message for you and I as we're striving to build in our own life, a place for temples, prophets, and scriptures. And as we do those things, it'll be interesting to see how that foundation of our lives can be so solid that we can really build on those things. So I love that little message there. Just the Lord says, here's a pattern, and anytime you see a pattern, it's a good thing to look at our own lives as well. So you build on those, you're going to be fantastic. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing. Please check out our amazing gospel-themed socks, so comfortable, at bombsocks.com. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.